Thank you for joining. My name is Holly Tunstall, and I am one of the program managers in the School of Information Technology here at Fanshawe. I'm going to take you through the next few slides and share information on what graduate certificates are, who they're intended for, and the benefits of completing one. I'll also talk a little bit about why you would want to choose a career in IT, and then provide an overview of our co-op opportunities before handing it over to our program coordinators to share more information on each of their graduate certificate programs. So to begin, what are graduate certificates? So there's two key words for graduate certificates. They're quick and they're strategic. So if you're looking to specialize in a new area, transition industries, upskill, or gain a competitive edge in the market, graduate certificates offer focused learning that's practical, in demand, career focused, and cost effective. So our programs are specialized and designed so when you graduate, you are job ready. And often the delivery is flexible. So that's ideal if you're already working full time or if you have other commitments that you need to balance out. If you already have post-secondary education through college or university, this is an opportunity to develop the skills through real-world learning. So most of our courses incorporate industry case studies or capstone projects. It's also a great way to network and form connections with industry leaders and help build up or strengthen your resume. So I'm going to move into some of the benefits of graduate certificates. And some of this I've just spoke to, but I can't emphasize enough the value of focused learning to build specialized skills. So these programs, again, ideal for any university or college graduate looking for practical, hands-on industry skills. Programs are developed by industry for industry, and our curriculum is constantly being updated to reflect the latest trends and meet employer needs. They're short, so typically they're 8 to 12 months if you study full time, and we have smaller class sizes, averaging 15 to 25 students, so you can really get to know your professors and your classmates. And again, the opportunity to network and form connections in industry can benefit you throughout your career. Okay, so moving on to why choose an IT program at Fanshawe. So we are leaders in IT education. You'll have the opportunity to work with the latest technologies and be at the forefront of innovation. The IT sector is growing rapidly with new technologies emerging constantly, and there's a high demand for IT professionals across various industries and diverse career paths. We also offer exceptional graduate employment rates. So our data really shows that a high percentage of our grads get a job in their field of study within 6 months. And again, we provide state-of-the-art learning environment, we provide hands-on live client experience, and an opportunity to network with local and global industry partners. And again, please do not underestimate the value of connections. Co-op opportunities and networking events help you build your industry connections, can continue to benefit you throughout your career. Okay, and our co-op program. So 7 of our 10 graduate certificate programs offer co-op. And again, it's incredibly valuable to graduate with a credential, but also with practical learning and real world experience. Work semesters are typically spaced throughout the academic programs, so you would usually have 2 academic semesters followed by a paid co-op term. You gain 4 months of industry experience, paid at the same rate as entry-level workers at a company. And again, co-op opportunities often can lead to long-term employment. And at the very least, you're making connections and building your network. And at Fanshawe, we have career services and co-op consultants who work directly with students the semester before their co-op term to help with the job search, your interview skills, looking at your resume, and communication skills to hopefully secure the work term agreement. So that's an overview of all of what we offer from a graduate certificate program. I'm now going to turn the presentation over to Radhika, who coordinates the Health Systems Management program.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Holly. My name is Dr. Radhika Bisundial. I'm the program coordinator for the Health Systems Management postgraduate program. For those of you who would like to have a very high, simplistic overview of what this is, think of digital health or health information management. And piggybacking off what Holly mentioned about some of the skill set, this is a program that is aimed at teaching those that have clinical competencies and layering on knowledge such that you're able to function in supporting a healthcare team in digital healthcare and health information management. We thrive on having 13 courses within the program, 12 of which are core, that teaches you from the concept of understanding the legislation within the HIM world, excuse me, into analytics, into navigating, into decision support, and most importantly, one of the things that our students tend to end up in is coding. This is an opportunity for those that would like to step away potentially from the clinical competencies and get into a back-end support. In terms of the job market, as you can understand and appreciate, as we become more digital in utilizing applications in healthcare such as EMR, EHR, the ability for us to have more individuals with skill set graduating from HSY is certainly high. We are very blessed in that we are one of approximately 25 college and university programs within Canada that are accredited by CCHIM. Upon completion of our program, our students are eligible to sit and earn a CHIM. The good thing about this is that it's a national accreditation. So if you're local to Ontario and you would like to enjoy the beaches in BC, as Tam just did her survey, you're certainly able to move with your credential. Further, you can also go on the East Coast. So it's something that's a great advantage to those that would like to earn a postgraduate program. As you can see here, these are just three of the more prevalent jobs that our students can have obtained. However, we have also had students move into academia, government agencies, as well as in some cases work in private practice. I look forward to hearing from some of you if this is a program you're looking into, and can reassure you that it's a wonderful program. Not that I'm being biased to any of my colleagues here, but certainly it is a program that is empowering in terms of giving you that ability for a secure job, layering on your existing skill set, and certainly opening you to opportunities that maybe you had not considered. So thank you, and I hope that gives you a bit of information about HSY.
Okay, I'm Jim Cooper, and I'm the program coordinator for artificial intelligence and machine learning. And let me just say a few words about the program. As is typical of this kind of post-diploma certificate, we're 8 months of academics, so 2 4-month academic terms followed by a co-op term. And so the whole thing fits into a year. As far as our academic requirements for entering the program, if you have a background such as university computer science or software engineering, or a college diploma in computer programming, then you'd be sort of ideal. We also look at any grads who have a program in general STEM areas, so long as you have some experience with software development. And ideally, the Python programming language, because we do most of our courses using the Python programming language. Let me just say a few words about what we focus on. Like most certificate programs, we prioritize doing something really well rather than everything sort of, at a general level. So our main focus is deep learning and neural networks. And that's primarily because most of the industry right now is situated in that area. So that involves things like image recognition, which could be, things like facial recognition, or from a medical perspective, X-rays and MRIs, identifying illnesses such as cancer. And in addition to that, of course, the big area right now is large language models and generative AI. And we have two natural language processing courses in our program. And the second course is predominantly large language models and generative AI. So it's the one area right now that is, as some people have said, sucking all the oxygen out of the room. But we focus on that to a degree for our students, primarily because it's a particularly hot area right now. And I guess the one thing I would say, sort of in conclusion here, is that the main benefit to being in artificial intelligence and machine learning is that as it grows through the industries, it is a skill set, a refined skill set that will fit almost everywhere. And so you can, regardless of your background, you can acquire a skill set in this area that will allow you to work at many different companies just because of your knowledge of deep learning and neural networks.
Okay, that's me. I'm Michael Feeney, the game development course. It's specifically if you want to be a programmer in the game industry. So there's another 3-year course that's right at a high school. That's a design side, but we focus only on the programming side. We assume you know how to program when you come in. So you need some degree or diploma in computer science, computer program analyst, something like that. And we're specifically showing you how game development, the programming side works. If you are interested in this, and you probably know of game engines, so things like Unity or Unreal. One thing that is not well known is that most game companies don't use those. So, or that's, well, a lot of them do, but the most AAA studios use their own homegrown engine. So, and it's mostly in C and C++ language, although we do touch on Lua and Python a tiny bit. You gain a lot out of it. It's very difficult. Some students have said it's the toughest but funnest thing they've ever done, which is great. It's a fulfilling job. I mean, you get to be creative all day. Some students have said it's not like the rest of their education where they have sort of projects that they're sort of forced to do, that they don't really want to do this. Everyone who comes to this thing actually wants to make some part of a game. We also touch on shading development, so on GPUs. It's also really fast growing. Not every student decides to pursue this, but one grad who worked at Unreal and Zynga decided he wanted to step out of that industry and told me a story where he went into a interview, and as soon as they saw that he worked in the game industry, they said, "Oh, okay, you're fine. You can just work with us." And now he works at a bank, so that's good. Yeah, if you really like programming or like C++, in particular, if you want to learn gaming, it will definitely feed your desire for that. It's 2 semesters. It's one of the original grad certs from 14 years ago or something like that. And we've been running it continually ever since. We also have some PlayStation developer kits where you actually work in the actual developer kits. That's about it.
This one's me. So, Stuart Budden, I am the coordinator for low code and no code. So this is a brand new program that we're just bringing online now. Low code and no code need a bit of definition. So with the AI and ML program in the game development, you're doing very much hands-on coding. Low code and no code are a little bit different, where in low code, you're actually using visual environments or development environments. You do a lot of drag and drop. Doesn't mean you don't do any coding, but you still need to understand coding. But you're using a very visual environment to actually create the application. So It allows you for fast development, rapid iterations, allows you to actually integrate with existing systems. Whereas no code on the other side is allows you for, again, also fast development, allows you to be user-friendly and intuitive with the systems that you create. And it's also, both of these are actually designed for people that aren't generally coders. So this actually flips to the other side. Now, that doesn't mean that you actually aren't doing coding, as I said earlier, or you're not actually integrating with things like AI and ML and game development. So this is for those people that have an idea for an application, but aren't sure how to get it done. So, or within an organization or individually as well. So opportunities out there as junior developers, this becomes an extension of what you're already doing. Business solutions analysts. So if you're heavy on the analyst side, but and still need to be able to create something very quickly, you can do that in either any of these type of platforms. So those that's kind of low code in a quick nutshell. So. And network and security architecture. So this one's also mine. So I'm the coordinator for this one as well. So within NSA, this is one of our programs that's been around for a while. It works in conjunction with our information security management program. So this looks very much at the technical side of security. So we get into things of what is security, but we look at algorithms, we look at securing networks, we look at enterprise design, so network design. So this is designed for those people that want to get into the security industry very much on the technical side, but be security consultants, analysts, security architects. And so we deal with multi-site networks. We look at deploying servers in cloud environments. We look at performance and troubleshooting, but all with a security aspect in it. And we do work with industry platforms such as Microsoft, Palo Alto, Checkpoint, and Linux as well. So.
All right, so I'm up next for information security management. Hi, everyone. My name is Art Matskiewicz. I am the coordinator for this program. In this program, we kind of look over the entire cybersecurity program, I guess you would have at an organization. So every organization would think about how they're going to manage their cybersecurity risks, how they're going to comply with certain regulations, and then how they're going to test that, how they're going to monitor that, right? So all that, we kind of go over that in this program. This is geared towards anyone from the IT professional who is looking at upskilling, maybe pivoting themselves so they focus more on cybersecurity. Maybe you're working at a large organization and you're going, wow, that security opening is looking really good. I want to learn some of the tools that are used in that industry. And so we introduce you to that. And we also look at organization as a whole. So if you're working with smaller, medium-sized businesses and they need a security program, you would effectively be able to conduct that risk assessment, deliver a program for that organization that encompasses everything, including the things that Stuart and Jim were talking about with AI, pardon me, and the actual infrastructure that an organization would have, right? So all of that, bringing that to the table confidently to the boardroom, right? So an organization knows what to expect and what to do as far as their cybersecurity is concerned. So because this is oftentimes seeked out by people who are working currently, we do offer very flexible options. You can do online training, you can do it part-time, you can do it in class, you can do it full-time. So the options are there and available for you. And you will find that the classroom sizes are fairly small, so you get that hands-on experience. Some of our courses are very technical, so you do get that small class size that offers you the ability to have a good conversation with your professors. Okay, that's it for me.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Priyank, a professor and coordinator for mobile applications development programs here in Fanshawe College, and I'm excited to give you the brief introduction of these programs and what you can expect from these the programs, right? This is a 2-semester program, and where we offer mobile-related technologies, right? We teach students how to create mobile apps, right? So that can work on Androids, iOS, and across platform, right? For Android, we teach students different high-demand languages like Kotlin, right? It is a after Java. And for iOS, we teach Swift, right? And for the cross platforms, we provide React and React Native things, right? So it's very exciting, and you will learn how to create a professional app that can work with the local and the cloud connected things, databases, right? So where you can where you can save your real-time data, right? And with the help of AI on ML integration and some security things, right? You can create a professional app, right? That I'm sure. And we offer these programs in different flavors, like it's a full-time in person or part-time online, and where we can learn so many things, not only for the back end, but we also provide things like for front end, right? Where we can learn UI and UX design skill. Yeah, and what else? Yeah. So if you have any questions, confusion, you can ask me. And this is all from me, and I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shushmita Haldar, and I'm the program coordinator of the Software and Information Systems. This is a postgraduate program, and it has co-op options enabled. And this is actually, it has 2 different semesters. So in level 1 and level 2, you will be finishing your courses followed by a co-op term. So it is called SSD3, Software and Information System Testing Postgraduate Program. So this program actually, it allows you to learn hand-on skills in testing tools, frameworks, and reporting, and it prepares you to ensure the systems meets functional, performance, usability, and security standards in today's complex IT environments. So all of you know that no organizations can have their software product delivered without proper testing, because the goal is to have the minimum number of defects in the delivered product. And so this one definitely helps with that respect, because we learn the skills of how to validate that the software is meeting the end user expectations or the requirements. This program has a full-time in-person delivery option, and also as other programs, it has part-time online delivery options for domestic students. So it is very convenient for people who are probably doing part-time jobs, or they are having some other caregiving responsibilities, etc. So what you will learn from this program, basically you will learn how to design and execute manual and automated tests across functional, usability, and regression scenarios. So as you probably know, that automated testing is very important, because the manual testing takes a lot of time. And we are actually covering both functional and non-functional aspect of it. And as some other colleagues mentioned, that there are some programming courses in other programs. In this one, in level 1, the students will learn about coding, also programming. They would be using Java in this course. So some IT knowledge is definitely helpful. Although in this program, we deliver both theoretical and practical aspects. And it has actually a combination of project management, software testing, design and analysis, and communication. So to make one person that would be graduating to be a well-rounded software testing professional. And also the different type of testing techniques that are applied are on cross-platform systems, which are mobile, web, cloud, agile, and DevOps environments. And also for every tester, it is important that they know how to communicate the testing results to the stakeholders. So in this program, the students will also learn how to use reporting tools, matrices, and data visualization to communicate test results to the stakeholders. The career opportunity. So, as I mentioned, that every software companies would need someone to validate the software product is working as expected. So you can see that there are many roles that may apply. Here, a couple of them are listed. One of them is a QA analyst. The next one is software test engineer, which would also entail the automated test engineers and the software test analyst. For any further questions, please feel free to email me at shalder@fanshawe.ca, and thank you for joining.
Hi, I am Andy Wing, coordinator for the Technical Data Analytics program. TDA is a brand new program that comes in two flavors. Actually, it's a great opportunity to launch or elevate your career in data science and analytics. The two flavors, we have a 1-year and a 2-year version. Now, both of these flavors have the exact same core content. So all your technical on either one are exactly the same. The difference being the 2-year has a first semester that is a Canadian content focus for new Canadians, and both programs are both the 1-year and the 2-year are co-op. So other than that, they're identical. Just depends on what your needs are, whether you want a 1 or a 2-year post-grad. Again, like I said, it's a brand new program, but it doesn't matter what your background is, whether it's IT or computer science or even business. This is a program designed to help you gain the tools and the skills to thrive in today's data-driven world. What kind of things you're going to learn? You start with foundation of data analytics, so including data modeling, schema design, statistical analysis, and then you'll dive into ETL processing, along with the data integration, data warehousing, and big data systems. The difference between our program and say others that you may have been exposed to is we don't just focus on the end users of data. So although you'll learn data analytics and data visualization using tools like Tableau and Microsoft BI, we also focus heavily on the technical aspect of data analysis. So learning how to build those systems that the data analysts use, how to populate those systems. So all the technology that goes into building those source data systems, building the data warehouses and lake houses, and building and executing the ETL systems. So when you leave TDA, you have opportunities far beyond just a consumer of data, just a data analyst. I shouldn't say just a data analyst, a very great career, but you could do that, or you could get into the technical side of things and be building these systems for the data analysts. A lot of the things you'll be looking at: predictive modeling, text and social media analytics. We also look at machine learning applications. And again, you'll be not just working with those systems, you'll be learning how to build them and how to configure those. Looking at tools and languages such as Python, R, and SQL. And you'll be using other tools like Minitab in your data analytics and your statistical analysis learnings. So what else is unique about Fanshawe's TDA program? Well, we also have a world-class hardware environment and software environment. We've spent millions of dollars on state-of-the-art hardware and software, which includes top-end Dell servers with terabytes of memory and tons of CPUs, along with access to NVIDIA GPU servers. So this gives you the opportunity to work on real-world systems with real-world software, the same systems that you would be exposed to when you go out into the industry. So instead of having to just learn on your laptop and try to install the various pieces of software that you may use in the industry, you're going to work on actual data analytic systems with all of that software put in place. So what kind of things could you look at down the road? Data analyst, data engineer, business intelligence specialist, that type of thing, in all various industries like finance, healthcare, tech, that type of thing. So if you're ready to turn data into insights and into impact, check out TDA at Fanshawe and start your career in data analytics and data technology. And this is me again. So technical systems analysis. So again, Andy Wing, coordinator of technical systems analysis. So a little different here. A lot of challenges in IT these days comes from the let's call it the language between business and technology. It's a challenge to make sure that business can get its ideas and its requirements to technology, and that technology can explain what it can do or what it can be achieved to the business side. Well, in technical systems analysis, that's what we do. We take a look at becoming the bridge between business and technology. We look at the whole picture. So although it's a technical program, we do look at things like business analysis and business requirements gathering, as a technical systems analysis needs to understand what the business requires in order to translate those business requirements into technical requirements and technical specifications. So what are kind of the things that you're going to learn in technical systems analysis? You're going to look at things like system architecture, business data analysis and modeling. You're going to look how to interpret data and turn it into actionable insights. Courses in enterprise resource planning and customer engagement will help you align IT systems with business goals and improve user experience. Courses like management information systems, robotic process automation. So we look at things like automating processes. So a wide range of things. Application, although it's not a development program, so you're not going to do any programming. You do need to understand, the application software development process. So you'll be learning about that. Process analysis, system design, communications management, that type of thing. We kind of have a nice wide spread of things, so you get the overall picture of enterprise systems, and again, how business requirements drive those systems and the technology that we can use within those systems. So again, by understanding the whole picture, you become the bridge between the business and the technical teams. So if you're interested in that type of industry and that type of work where systems analyst gets involved in sort of every aspect of enterprise systems, both the business and the IT side, then have a look at technical systems analysis. Lots of roles. We have, again, this is not a new program. This one's been around for quite a while. We have very successful rate in our co-op, in our placements. Our students are very popular with the industry as they have such a broad area of skills and exposure to both the business and the technical side of things. So again, tech, finance, healthcare, manufacturing, that type of thing, a very popular program. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Preeti Dewan. I am the second program manager in the School of Information Technology. So just want to start off by saying thank you to all our coordinators who were able to give you all a brief overview of their programs. I will take the presentation forward with just providing some more benefits, reminding you of the key differences in some of the learning options, and then we'll open up the floor for any questions. So as the coordinators were talking about their programs and as the slides were appearing, you might have noticed that we had different delivery formats listed for each of our programs for you. So many of our programs are offered in multiple formats. So you can either do them full-time in person, full-time online, or also part-time online. So that's what this slide here is highlighting for you, some of the differences. When you come on board as a full-time student, your schedule is set for you. You take 5 to 8 courses per term based on the program and the requirements to complete it. They are OCAS, you apply on OCAS. There was a question about OSAP eligibility. Those programs are also eligible for OSAP. and you are registered in all those courses. The other major option that we have is a part-time online option, which is where students can take 1 to 3 courses per term. And it takes, as you can imagine, that takes you longer, about 2 to 3 years to complete a 8-month graduate certificate. But the nice thing is that it's flexible, it's online asynchronous delivery, which means there are no live classes. You are guided through the program week by week by a professor, but when you do the work within that week, is sort of up to your schedule. And yes, you can also customize. It's quite flexible in that you can customize the load that you take per term. So again, 1 to 3 courses. There are also opportunities for switching between options based on what's happening in your life. So again, some great flexibility and pathways for our students to take. Just some student testimonials for you up on the slide there from some of our current or recently graduated students. Again, as our coordinators have been saying, there are a lot of benefits to our programs, but I would say one of the greatest one is that we make you ready for the workforce, that you leave with skills that are applicable, real, based on industry trends at the moment. So our students do find employment rather quickly in the area where they have studied. So again, the coordinators, Holly, we've all talked about multiple of these benefits, but again, just really highlighting that we build our curriculum based on industry feedback. So we get a lot of employer input into our programs to make sure that they are relevant and that students are learning current skills that they can graduate from and take the program right away. We have a job market focus. So again, our job is to make sure that you leave Fanshawe College ready to be employed right away. We do lots of practical learning in our classrooms, whether that's through projects or labs or different tools and techniques or methodologies that our coordinators and professors will teach you. And again, we do regular updates on our programming to make sure that we stay aligned with industry trends. On this screen here, you can see some of the employers in London and area that we work with closely, whether again, that's through a project that you're working on with them, or they've hired our co-op students who then often become future employees of that same place. We have really great connections with people. There often are events that happen on our campus where you get to meet employers. In some of our capstones projects, you get to present to these employers. So again, lots of opportunities to get you that job that you're looking for. So just a stat here for you, 80% of our grads do get a job in their field of study within 6 months. So again, that's really our core of these graduate certificate programs, is to help you find a job afterwards. Some of this I've talked about, but we do a lot of experiential learning in our classrooms. Most of our graduate certificates have a capstone project or a course at the very end of like your program or in your last level, where you do, design, plan, deliver a project to often a live client, so that you can demonstrate some of the real skills that you could apply that you've learned in school right into the field of employment. We also have a supercomputer, which I don't know much about, but the cool part is that as students, you get to work on these supercomputers and learn how to use them and again, apply them in the workforce. And we do lots of things with web development as well, using all sorts of programming languages and things. And again, based on the graduate certificate that you take, you will learn different ones and really hone in on different skills. We also do lots of events and competitions, again, based on the different graduate certificates. We do a hackathon, I believe once a year, where students in our security programs sort of get to, I think, play against each other to figure out who can be the best hacker, so to speak. Our game development program also often goes to places like Toronto to show and demonstrate some of their skills and the projects that you're working on. And then again, we do tons of networking and career events, not just at the School of IT, but in general at the college, which as students of our programs, you would have opportunities to attend and network and make and build those connections again, hopefully to get you to land that career that you're looking for. Just a slide here showing you some of the cool things at Fanshawe. If you're not a current student, these are some of the really cool aspects that we have to offer. Again, option for all of our students. You automatically sort of get enrolled in it, being able to participate in all of these. We also often offer a lot of student support aspects, health and wellness. We have counseling services. We have a student wellness center. We do also have academic support through the library center. The School of Information Technology also has 2 academic advisors. So each student is assigned an advisor to help them progress through their program and make sure that things are going well, and reach out to if they have any questions or concerns or whatever that may be. We do peer tutoring. We also have accessibility services at the college that are centralized. So if you require any sort of accommodation, there's a whole team that supports you with that. We also have tons of resources for career services, including entrepreneurial services. If that's an area that you're interested in, you know, you want to build your own app, these are sort of the places that can help you do that. And then we also have an Indigenous student support center, and they also run tons of events.